Hi and welcome to this multi-part video series called Phone Right. My name is David Anthony. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome, and do consider subscribing because this channel is all about helping you go further and faster in business and in life. So let's get started.
Welcome back. I want to take you back now to what was probably a special time in your life, the time that you were at primary school. You're sitting down behind those so small desks, and one day a man comes in to talk with you about a subject called communication. And the topic gets around to the communication problems between kids and parents. And not surprisingly, perhaps you, like the rest of your classmates, say that the number one problem between you and your parents is listening. My parents don't listen, you say. Well, let's get back to the present time now. You see, as it happens, I was in the situation once of being the man talking with the kids. And when they brought up this problem of listening, I asked the kids what listening meant to them. One of the kids, all aged between 7 and 10 by the way, was named Jody. She had the most expressive face and beautiful blonde hair tied in pigtails. She stuck up her hand to respond to my question about listening. "Go ahead, Jody," I said. And out of the mouth of this young 8-year-old came the most terrific definition of listening that I've ever heard. Here's what Jody said. Here's how she defined listening. Listening is wanting to hear. Now, isn't that something? It's something because we frequently forget it, particularly on the phone. In fact, not only do we not listen, sometimes we don't even give the other person a chance to talk. Listen in on this next example and you'll hear what I mean. To get the full impact of it, imagine you're a client of the firm that you're ringing. You're ringing them from interstate. You want to be asked to put through the sales department, and through the STD pips, here's what you hear.
XYZ company, hold on please.
Right now, how do you feel? Well, would the phrase "put out" adequately describe the feeling? And all you wanted to do was to say,
"Could I speak to the sales coordinator, please?"
And now you're waiting on a long-distance line, seething, because you just got ignored. Now, you may think this is going a bit far, but I believe companies who do that to you simply do not deserve your business. Tom Peters, the man who started a management revolution with his book called In Search of Excellence, puts it this way in his book called Thriving on Chaos. Listening, he says, lets the other person know you think they're important. Answering the phone this way,
XYZ company, hold on please.
tells the caller, your potential customer, the exact opposite. It tells them you think they're unimportant, and that's hardly the best impression to create, is it? Now, let me make one thing absolutely clear. We're not saying here you shouldn't ask people to hold on. What we are saying is that you should observe performance standard number 4A before you ask them to hold on. That is, you let them talk first and then ask them to hold on. This fourth standard is actually in two parts, 4A and 4B. And not surprisingly, performance standard number 4A says this. That's right, listen. But it doesn't just say, listen. The full performance standard 4A says this, listen attentively. And that means you must have your whole mind on the caller, throughout the call of course, but particularly at the beginning of the call. Now there are several things you can do to make sure you do listen attentively. Not the least of those is to make sure you have a blank piece of paper alongside you when you're taking the call. Not a blank piece of paper that you can fill up with doodles, but one that you can use to note down key things that the caller is telling you. And of course, wherever possible, don't take another call until you've completed writing down the details from the previous one. So that's performance standard 4A. An obvious and simple one, it's true, but it's one that gets overlooked so frequently. Let's listen in now to a series of phone calls to see if we can discover what our next performance standard is. This is performance standard number 4B. Listen in and see if you can pick up what it is.
Good morning, Smith and Thomas. This is Sally speaking.
Yes. Hi, Sally. It's Paul Dunn, and I'd like to speak with Peter Smith, please.
Fine, thanks very much for calling, Mr. Dunn. I'll put you through to him now. Could you just hold on a moment, please?
Sure. Did you get it? Keep listening.
Good morning, this is Peter Smith.
Oh, hi, Peter. It's Paul Dunn, and I was wanting to see how we were going on that New Zealand contract.
Oh, it's good to hear from you, Paul. I've got the file right here. Let's see. What details did you want to catch up?
Or how about this call?
Good morning, this is John Greensmith.
Oh, yes, my name's Belinda Nash, and I'd like your best price on the Hoover Mark III fridge, please.
Well, thanks for calling, Belinda. Let's see, what was it about the Hoover that made you select it as the best one for your need?
And here's one more call, just to make sure you've got the message.
I hope you got a lot of value today. If you did, click the like button. What that does is help us build our non-profit business school, UBLA. Check out in the description below to find out more about what we're doing and how you can help. This is part of a multi-part series, so keep your eye out for the next video. In the meantime, we've done a great playlist about why do small businesses fail. Check this link over here, and this will show you a great little list about how you can be successful in business. So thank you very much. Catch you again soon.
When the light fades into darkness and your fears all turn to regrets, how do you stand up without falling? How do you